1935. Diamond Head on the island of Oahu became the visual checkpoint for Hickam, a new Army field which was dedicated that spring. It was not until 1937 that Hickam was built up as a major air depot and homing station for a complete wing. Situated at the entrance to Pearl Harbor, this field became Air Defense Center of Hawaii. After 20 years, the War Department had finally given these volcanic islands recognition as an overseas garrison. Eventual home for the Hawaiian Air Force, the Pacific Paradise easily won a reputation among airmen as being a good deal.
When the volcano Mauna Loa on Hawaii suddenly became active, the government called on the Army Air Corps to bomb the lava flow and try to save Hilo City. We still welcomed every chance to serve the public and win their support. The antique bombers were gassed up and the bombs were fused, ready for the operation. Then the towerman gave us the takeoff signal. 5 Keystone bombers of the 5th Composite Group, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel Asa Duncan, headed for the target, a river of fiery lava which relentlessly flowed 800 feet an hour toward the city. Correcting his sights, my bombardier signaled for release of the first bomb. In all, we smashed 6,000 pounds of high explosives at the lava stream and its source. Within 2 days after the bombing, the river of fire slowed, then stopped completely. And Hilo City was saved by air power.
Heading for Hawaii, crossroads of the Pacific, the United States fleet on one of its frequent visits presents an imposing pageant of sea power. Mighty men of war, but at the same time happy homes for the thousands of men aboard as they sail the 7 seas. Hey, what's the idea? No, that's not a flood, it's just the Pacific coming aboard. As guardians of our country, our Navy must be prepared for any emergency. And while en route, war games at sea test officers and men, keeping them fit to fight. No man's blood fails to tingle as he hears, "Coming on the Rain." And finally, commence firing. Planes act as the eyes of a modern fleet. With the signal "cease firing," maneuvers end and the squadrons reform for their cruise to Honolulu, where shore leave awaits. For the Navy knows that all work and no play make Jack a dull boy. But first, captain's inspection is held. Spotless uniforms and a spick-and-span appearance are the order of the day in the service. Hats off to see who needs a haircut. And then the fleet is anchored off Honolulu, the promised land of liberty parties. Soon the glad cry of all ashore that's going ashore echoes throughout the ship. And eager sailors embark in ship's boats. Ashore, the traditional welcome, the Hawaiian lays that greet every visitor. And here's the lad who receives the most flowery welcome of all. Oh, for the life of a sailor. And then it's ho for Waikiki Beach aboard a rolling trolley. The Blue Jackets just can't wait to enjoy the world-famous beach. A sailor's holiday, going to sea with surfboards and native outriggers. It's quite a trick to manage an outrigger, and returning is the thrill of a lifetime. Some are experts. But as a rule, it's man overboard on the shoreward trip. Rugged individualists prefer surfboards. You're on your own as you race on the crest of the roaring surf. But whether you're good or not, you're bound to be head over heels for the sport anytime. Next, we visit New Huanepali, where the breezes blow so hard and so steadily that even the sea legs of a sailor can't make headway against the island's strongest trade winds. Air currents roaring through Pali Gap. It's a historic spot, too, because here Kamehameha I, Napoleon of the Pacific, united the islands under his rule, when his forces drove Oahu's army over the cliff to destruction, to the rocks 400 feet below. While liberty parties are ashore, officers and men on duty keep an eye on things, such as this air patrol. But duty is a pleasure when it gives you these fine bird's-eye views of lovely Honolulu, capital city of the Hawaiian Islands. This city, where East meets West and modern business mingles with the memories of the past, has a population of more than 106,000, representing all the races of the globe. The up-to-date metropolis we see from the air grew from the settlement which John Young, an Englishman, urged Kamehameha to fortify in 1816. And now, 120 years later, it has become the chief city of the crossroads of the Pacific. Nearby is world-famous Waikiki Beach, Hawaii's greatest resort, where magnificent hotels are headquarters for the social life of the city. Right at their doors rolls the eternal surf of the Pacific. Due to the contour of Waikiki's ocean floor, the waves surge for great distances without losing their shape, making them ideal for the sport of surf riding. As the islands are of volcanic origin and coral formation, it is but natural that the natives created legends both around the power to destroy, the volcanoes, and the power to build, the coral, many specimens of which are on display. They tell their own story of age-old creation. And if you want coconuts, all you have to do is climb a tree. Or if you're too lazy, get somebody else to go along. No shore leave in Hawaii is complete without the hula hula by the native Follies girls. So it's on with the dance. Great shakes for many a young sailor. Hey, you need blinders. Thanks, buddy. What he can't see won't hurt us. And that's the end of a perfect visit in the paradise of the Pacific. It's time to return to the ship, saying aloha for a little while. Then it's homeward bound with lifelong memories of a cruise to Hawaii and patriotic pride in the imposing gray line of Uncle Sam's great fleet, America's first line of defense.
De bombes. Voici retrouvé par les Américains le film où les Japonais retraçaient pour l'illustration de leur victoire temporaire la traîtrise de Pearl Harbor. Tojo peut-être l'avait oublié. C'est aujourd'hui ce film qui l'accuse. Nos crimes nous suivent.